Another good afternoon. Welcome back to AM 1410 WRMN right here in beautiful downtown Elgin. You guys out there listening, want to lose weight fast, get rich quick? Do you want to look young forever? You come to the right place. The Laura Dion-Jones Show, heard here every Wednesday afternoon from 3 o'clock until 4 o'clock here on AM 1410 WRMN. Laura, with that said, you're looking fantastic today. How you feeling?
I'm feeling diva-lectable.
Diva-lectable. Write that one down, too.
Do we like that one? I'm feeling delectable. The diva's delectable.
Yes. You know all these adjectives that you use to talk about how things are going?
Uh-huh.
They make me feel better about the world. They really do.
Do they? Do I come up with a good one every now and then?
Well, every week. I wouldn't
say every, but every once in a while.
I always feel better about myself after your show, just so you know.
Thank you. So do I.
That's the truth.
Listen, only 85 more days till the Olympics.
That's great.
I'm giving
excited.
the countdown. I love the Olympics. And happy belated May Day to you all. And happy Cinco de Mayo, which is coming up Saturday. And that is my baby girl, Ginger, my Italian Greyhound baby rescue girl. She'll be 9.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've had her for 7 years.
Great.
And she is just awesome. She was horribly abused. And now, after she's spent 7 years with me, she is very confident, as you can imagine. And speaking of dogs, mad cow, dead cows, and dog food, if it ain't good enough for us to eat, kids, why is it deemed good enough for our beloved dogs? Just the other day on TV, there was that, over the weekend, a few days ago, mad cow was discovered, and
sure.
but it was at a dog food plant. Get my picture?
I hear you.
There's a publication called Holt Dog Journal, and they accept no advertising. So when they do a product and dog food review, listen up, because most of the dog food the vets sell, like TD, Science Diet, and such, are not on the top 10 best dog food lists, according to Whole Dog Journal. And did you know what the big dog food companies put in their kibble and canned foods?
Yeah, they put meat and they put
roadkill, euthanized dogs, tumors and crap that they cut off from the cows and other animals at the slaughterhouses, and even the hair collars and dog tags from the euthanized animals and the roadkill. It's all put into a big vat, rendered down, and then baked into kibble. And if you don't believe me, go to Whole Dog Journal and find the top 10 best dog foods, and they will tell you in there why they are the best. I'm very, very, very rabid about this situation, because I lost 2 dogs, one a week before his 3rd birthday, to a very rare human cancer, angiosarcoma, cancer of the lymphatic system. Human cancer, by the way. And then I lost my next greyhound, miniature greyhound, Gucci, 6.5 years old, hemangiosarcoma, human cancer of the heart. So cancer in dogs and canines is just astronomical, and it's the belief that a lot of it's coming from the dog food. But don't take my word for it. And then I heard Lindsay Lohan is going to play Liz Taylor.
What?
Yes, they're going to do a biopic or whatever, and I think that's a terrific choice.
Oh, you do?
Oh, Lindsay? Who else would you pick, Liz, to be Liz Taylor?
Oh, just Liz. Liz was always Liz to me.
Lindsay Lohan was at the White House the other day. Did you see that?
No.
She was at the media day where they have such good fun, where Jimmy Kimmel was the guest fun man. And the president.
It was pretty funny. I didn't know Lindsay was there.
Lindsay was there because she wore some shocking dress. They had a pixelate while you watched it on
Serious.
TV.
I think girls should know better than to go to the White House turning up like
Lindsay
she's
Lohan,
going.
She's probably saying success.
Yeah. And who's going to play Burton? Who would you give? They had listed 5 actors, and I think I would pick.
I could play Burton. I can talk like this, Elizabeth.
You could play Burton. I was thinking Russell Crowe, but hey.
Yeah.
I'll send in your name.
Okay.
And then we need a second of silence, kids, for all-time baseball great Chicago's own Moose Skowron, who died this past week.
He was well known. He lived in Schaumburg, of course, so he was well known in our area.
Yeah, and you know what? I was told for 9 of his first 11 years in baseball, he played in 9 World Series games, and the last with the New York Yankees. And then when
the Dodgers.
Then when they traded him, to the Dodgers, the first year he was at the Dodgers, the Dodgers beat the pants off the Yanks.
The Yanks.
Yeah.
The Stan Williams deal.
Yeah.
Yes, he swept the Yanks. That's true. And then another folklore, as George Rawlinson knows him so well, the 1964 White Sox, he's picked up in mid-season. That team, it was his biggest lament. That team finished 1 game behind the New York Yankees in the 64 season.
Ooh,
him to go
that is a big lament.
His hometown White Sox to the World Series would have been sweet.
Wow.
Just missed.
You're right. And let's see what else. I have a rant.
Oh, no.
Kind of a rant.
Oh, a rant. Sorry, I didn't hear it.
A ranch?
A rant, yeah.
No, that's the WRMN ranch, but that's in Colorado. And with an Elgin annex.
You have a rant.
I have a rant. I have a whole sheets, plural, full of rants. But what really got under my skin was this past week, Walter Skippy Jacobson had a commentary about Chicago's Mayor Rahm that I wasn't too crazy about. And he was criticizing Rahm for not wanting to answer some questions, that the questions had been provided to the media before this meeting. Mm-hmm. And you know something? If Rahm don't want to answer a question, he don't have to. He's the anointed. He's the mayor of Chicago. How many business leaders, how many politicians will not come on and do an interview unless they see the questions first? A whole lot.
Yeah.
And what I can say to Skippy is...
No, they'll come on without the question.
Well, you know, Skippy don't want to answer questions about his past troubles, so he just kind of annoyed me. He's a little too self-righteous for me.
In defense of Skippy and his channel, too...
Oh, don't you dare be defending him.
In defense of... Because they have that man who does all the political ones. Every now and then the mayor, now mayor, will make him seem kind of uncomfortable if he tries to pursue a question, and that's his job as well. That's his job to ask questions. He's made that one guy feel a bit uncomfortable. I've seen the video.
I made a couple of guests feel uncomfortable in my tenure here.
And so if they get that back a little bit, he's the mayor. He's tough as nails.
He is tough. He's a tough
Walter
cookie.
thinks that's good. Walter shouldn't be doing that gig anyway. He's far past his prime.
Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Even Bill Curtis, perhaps. Because
Bill Curtis has a better personality than Skip.
It's good, but you know...
And I see Skip at the health club.
They're not going to raise the ratings. It's not going to be a success.
Thank you.
Young kids could be on there.
What is a success, though, is you're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show. We're on the air live with, you know something? This is show number 129, I'm thinking.
129?
Yes.
29?
That's great.
That's your
fantastic.
current weight, Mike.
And, I wish I was 129, honey. I'd be in Hollywood. Well, we're going to be talking about all sorts of interesting stuff today, and if you'd like to weigh in, you can call us at 847-931-1410 and tell us what you think, because you can always ask Laura anything. Hold those thoughts, because we got to switch gears here for a sec. We got a couple of very special people visiting us today on the Laura Dion-Jones Show. Our special guest right after the half is Steve Holt, an awesome business success consultant and social media enabler. I know he's going to tell you all about it. Steve helps people get better at what they do, and chances are he can help you too, because he's going to tell us how to succeed in this tough economy. So be sure to stay tuned. That is one of the biggest reasons why I asked him to come on the show today. And then Robin Fisher is going to weigh in a few minutes with some exciting news about her dance academy, the Dance Foundation of Chicago. So stay tuned. She's got incredible news. And in the studio with us today are Mike Hunziker, one of my favorite guy pals, loyal sidekick, Rusty Boardman with the shirt. Get that YouTube camera on that boy's shirt. 3 more pounds this week after he was whining last week. He only lost 2/10.
I wanted some advice on how to get past this plateau. I wasn't
Patience.
losing. I was patient, and I lost 3 whole pounds this week.
There you have it.
Fantastic. One of my best weight loss weeks in the last...
You just can't give up. You can't give up. You can't give in.
Anything extra? Nothing extra? No extra?
No, just kept walking, kept eating right.
You just got to keep doing.
3 whole pounds came out.
Keep one foot in front of the other. Keep pressing forward, nose to the grindstone. And I told you it would do it.
And I'm happy.
You are.
I am happy.
I'm glad to see that smile on your face.
That's Walter Jacobson's commentary tonight, his weight.
That'd be nice. I could probably fit him in my shirt.
Well, you know something? If you saw him in his workout clothes, you could.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anyway, Jeff Myers, isn't that your name?
I think.
Burton, my remarkable co-host. And our very favorite YouTube camera girl, Valerie the Swan. She's back on duty. Please stick around, because as usual, we've got a whole lot of fun and interesting talking lined up for you today. You're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones Show on WRMN 1410 AM. Meanwhile, back at the WRMN Ranch here in Elgin, today's show is brought to you again by...
the good folks that we call Dr. Claire Elias. And I saw a tall, picturesque, statuesque young lady at the Mayor's Awards last night at Lord's Park Pavilion. I looked... Of course, it was Dr. Claire, tall as ever, right there enjoying the Mayor's Awards, and a very historic moment it was. She, of course, is your favorite chiropractic, 24 years. She's been on duty at 2001 Larkin Avenue now. Give her a call at 847-888-9988. And, of course, as we pan left YouTube camera person. Right there. We talk about picturesque divas. This is A number 1. And that's Exhibit A right there, officer.
Posture perfect.
Posture perfect.
Thanks to Dr. Claire.
For Dr. Claire. So, Dr. Claire, give her a call. If you ever thought about chiropractic care, this is the place to start with no problems. 847-888-9988. Dr. Claire.
And would also like to thank snobhounds.com, a canine clothing company. Think Nike meets Donna Karen, but for canines. And would also like to thank KC Tool, an automotive specialty tool company, always available through your Snap-on mobile tool distributor. And a very special thank you to KC again for making this show and all of our shows possible. And now it's time for Laura's Motivational Minute. And y'all know how big I am on motivational quotes.
Yeah.
I always start my motivational articles off with one. So who said... The longer I've been at this, the more I find I need to work at it.
Valerie. Camera person Valerie has a thought. Shout it here. Use my microphone. Go ahead.
No, but he's a rock star.
Mick Jagger. What was it?
Michael?
What did I miss?
The longer I've been at this, the more I find I need to work at it. Famous rock star.
Try Bon Jovi. We tried.
Starts with an S. Watch this.
Steve and Edie.
Watch this. I'm going to give you a hint.
Oh, no.
Slash.
Slash.
Slash, ex-guitarist from Guns N' Roses.
Oh, man. And you know our demographics play well into the Slash territory.
Yes, sir, I do. I like the quote. You know what? This past Monday, I received a terrific email from a listener and a former Elgin's Biggest Loser who said, I saw this quote and thought of you. It was Slash's response to when people ask him if he still practices guitar.
Wow.
It made me wonder if you feel the same way about dieting and following a low-carb lifestyle and daily cardio, or if it's the opposite for you. Do you find it easier the longer you've been at it, or do you still have to work at it? Just curious. Signed, M, like for mother. Mm-hmm. Dear M, here's my reply. Good question, and funny you should bring it up, just as one of my best gal pals and I exchanged a few heated words about my daily exercise habits. You can imagine. She thinks it's now a breeze for me. It's not as easy for me as it is for you. I have to work at it every single day, she says. Ha, join the club, sister. Like I don't. You all know, everybody's been around me. I mean, they know I'd sooner die before I'd miss a day of cardio. Mm-hmm. I don't know anyone that's in terrific shape, health and fitness wise, who doesn't struggle to get their butts to the gym day after day while following a good, healthy eating plan. And most of the people I know follow a low-carb lifestyle, too. And there's not a day that goes by where it's any easier for me to stick to my low-carb lifestyle and daily cardio routine than it is for you. I've just been at it a little bit longer than most. And when I lost my initial 130 pounds in 2.5 years, I never did a lick of cardio walking indoors. Did you know that?
I did not.
Belonged to the top health club in the country, East Bank Club. Never walked a foot indoors. Mm-hmm. I couldn't bear it. I was too new at forming the daily walking habit, and I had to have that extreme sensory overload that walking outdoors gives me. I mean, I need that. That lasted me for 6 years before I was relegated to non-weight-bearing cardio machines at the club because my knees needed replacing. And that was my own fault for getting up to 317 pounds for the third time in my life. Anyway, so I had to dial back on the street walking a notch for a couple of years. And notice I didn't say ditch daily cardio altogether, but I modified my daily cardio to fit my ever-deteriorating physical condition. Remember, there are no excuses for staying obese or overweight in any way. And where there's a will, you all better find a way to do cardio every day. Because I know only too well what a relapse would cost me, and I ain't ever going back down that road again. So please go to this week's motivational article on elgin.bocajump.com. Look under blog, and the title is You Gotta Work at It. Go read it for improved health and fitness bennies, kids. And let's see
what was your weight when you were in your 20s? Was you in the 200s?
This is a funny thing because I've been up to 300 pounds 3 times in my life. This time I went over. I was like 299, 298. Then this time when I woke up, I was 317, and I was just appalled. I was like, so. If you go to my website,
2003.
2002, I think, is when the pictures, the before pictures that are on my website are most of them from like Mardi Gras, that February and that August. And it's funny you should ask what I was in my 20s, because I vacillated. I was chubby. Most of the time in high school, I weighed what Marilyn Monroe weighed. 165 pounds.
Wow.
165. I was voluptuous, but considered fat in those days. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then what we did to lose weight back in the day, also, I remember vividly when I was around 20, we went to see Dr. Rand, R-A-N-D. Isn't that funny? I remembered his name. Dr. Rand in South Chicago.
Wow.
And he prescribed us whatever they prescribed in those days, the Black Beauties, and I can't think of the name of the speeders, but what I think happens then is it really messes with your metabolism, and it screws everything up. And to compound that, I was also I was always chubby. And the reason I was chubby is because I ate too much white starch and sugar. It wasn't because I was a sneak eater and things like that, or I didn't move. I mean, I was captain of the swim team, volleyball queen. I mean, I moved. But it was just the white starch and sugar.
Worked against you.
It worked against me. I'd eat a massive amount of cookies and cakes and all kinds of crap, and then dinner. And it just, what it did was it messed up, confused, I think, my pancreas. So now I have I'm hypoinsulinic or hyperinsulinic. My pancreas overproduces insulin, which is the case with most obese people. My endocrinologist, Dr. Mark Stoller, said, think of it as if you eat one Krispy Kreme donut, your pancreas thinks you ate 4.
Yeah.
So it pushes out insulin, overproduces insulin, and insulin really is the fat hormone. Wow. You got any questions over there?
That's great.
I was able to take a phone call off the air. He didn't want to go on the air, but this kind of ties into what you're saying.
Okay.
His question was, how do you break the sugar habit? How do you... When you're at 317, you woke up one day at 317, how did you break that habit of wanting those Krispy Kreme donuts every time you want to eat something?
That's a good question. And how do you break the sugar habit, the sugar, white starch and sugar addiction? You go on a Atkins, Zone, or South Beach Induction. Now, to some people, Atkins is a 4-letter word. It ain't. I owe my health to a modified Atkins, modified meaning low fat. Mm-hmm. So how do you break the addiction? What you got to do is, all three of those low carb diets have induction phases. You know how I am. I'm impatient. I got to cut to the chase. I got to see it right now results. Well, there's also a 3-day induction for Atkins. And what you do is you quit all white starch and sugar carbs, cold turkey, for 3 days. And I've said this before, and I say this in my seminar, Commit to Get Fit seminar. First day, you absolutely want to eat your hand because you are so addicted to white starch and sugar from years and years and years. But you can eat things like chicken and beef and fish and avocado and nuts and cheese and anything that is extremely low carb. Second day, the addiction's not that bad. The cravings, the Jones for that Krispy Kreme ain't that bad. So you tough it out another day. Third day, you're thinking, oh my God, I feel fabulous. I have more energy. So you quit it for the third day. And then the fourth day, you start incorporating things like broccoli and the lower glycemic fruits, cantaloupe, honeydew, strawberries, blueberries. That's it.
But you still look at the Krispy Kremes.
Oh, I still look at them. One of my EBLs said to me recently, she said, I just can't pass up those donuts and sweets that people bring in the break room. And I said, you're wearing them.
Yeah.
Come on, you're wearing them. What do you mean you can't pass those donuts? A donut? Here's what got me. Krispy Kremes had more power over me than I did. And also you got to start doing cardio a day, work up to a minimum of an hour cardio a day, and you got to learn to meditate, because I meditate in the morning and I meditate in the afternoon, and I literally built my willpower through meditation. And how do you break the white starch and sugar addiction? You stop all carbohydrates for 3 days. Get the Atkins book. Yikes, but it works.
And I suggest people who are going to try this to be patient.
Yes, be patient. Thank you. You're a good student. You're a good little brother.
I've learned a lot here on the Laura Dion-Jones Show on AM 1410 WRMN in Elgin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best.
One of them.
Listen, there's a long-time legendary dance instructor, and her name is Robin Fisher, and she studied under the great Gus Giordano. She owns and operates Fisher Dance, and that's located in Wilmette, and the Fisher Dance Center has been a cultural crown jewel in the Chicago area for more than 20 years. Robin is also the executive director of the Dance Foundation of Chicago, which is a not-for-profit organization that provides arts and academic scholarships to hundreds of young women from financially challenged families since its inception more than 2 decades ago. Robin's here to tell us about something really, really big that's coming this summer, and that's something that has caught the eye and the attention of the Chicago media. So, Robin, are you with us?
I am.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no speak to, or whatever that expression is. Give us the 411. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we have a lot going on with the Dance Foundation. We are gearing up for the release of our documentary, which will be June 15th. It will take place at the North Shore Center for the Performing Arts that evening. And we are selling tickets to that premiere to help raise funds for the foundation. The documentary is about the life of a dancer, the mission of the Dance Foundation, and following how we put together a performance. And we've been taping from Italy over the past 2 years, Italy and hot spots in Chicago, and it will be incredible. And so we're hoping that people will come to that. We are also gearing up for our performance that same week. Have 2 shows, and then 2 days after that we leave for Italy. We've been planning this for 2 years. Our professional company that predominantly made up by alumni of the Dance Foundation.
Is that who's going to Italy?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. We have put together, there's 18 members and 2 chaperones. And
don't need a third, do you?
If I can raise the funds. So we are leaving on the 19th, and we are performing in Venice and throughout Tuscany.
Gosh.
And teaching workshops and dancing with other very talented dancers from Rome, in the city of Rome.
Are you guys going to dance at the Coliseum or anything?
We aren't dancing at the Coliseum, but one of the events I'm excited about is we will be dancing in front of the Basilica the evening of the 27th in Bologna, Italy.
Wow.
And it's beautiful. So I'm very excited about that. We're at a beautiful theater in Venice. This is an amazing, life-changing trip for these kids. And the kids have spent, and myself and the board have spent the last 2 years fundraising. We've raised about $80,000. We're still in need of more funds. Going forward, we have a short window, and that's why the help of selling tickets, any donations will help this part of our program.
How much are you short, can I ask?
We are short about $30,000.
In case there's an angel out there, I got to tell you something. If I had Oprah's money, I'd write you a check right this second. In fact, you would have had the money because you would have came to me first, and I would have underwritten the whole trip. And I would have been the third chaperone. So.
Yes.
From my mouth to God's ears.
Oh, yeah. So we continue to work. We are hoping and praying that many people that we are reaching out to and the community will help us fulfill this dream for the kids. And then we're excited about when we return, we're starting a new program for children of veterans returning home from war.
That sounds wonderful.
We're giving them a chance to dance and scholarships to our program, and we are also going to initiate an annual, it's called a Dance for Heroes. and it will be a whole day of dance for the families. We'll do a performance of a show that I wrote about my grandparents during the World War II, and we will accept applications there. There will be opportunities for the kids and the parents, and so I'm excited about that, and that'll take place in October. So
that's terrific.
All of this work we do, we need the assistance of the community and the awareness. And I thank you so much for, letting me talk about it on your show. You're so dear to us.
I welcome the opportunity because I love kids, and I think one of the biggest things to keep the kids focused and on the straight and narrow is to get them involved in more activities, and what better than dance, because then they learn poise, they learn movement, they learn appreciation for everything. And I think
they learn confidence and the discipline to balance their life with their education and outside factors.
Some of them don't get it at home. And and a lot of what you do is you fill that void. And
we mentor, and it's hard. It's hard for some of the families because it's like they're working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet, and it's like to have an organization work with those families that are working their tail ends off to make sure their kids do get someplace. To help keep them busy, to help keep them focused,
and develop them, help them develop. Continue to develop.
It's difficult for them. So, and we have wonderful families that are part of our organization that, they're so excited for their kids to be able to take part in this, and so grateful. And I just hope that, we are able to continue to raise the balance of these funds in the next 30 days.
Sure.
And these kids have a life-changing opportunity that so many kids, can take for granted.
You know what, Robin?
They do get to travel.
Put it on YouTube. Put it out on YouTube. Make your plea on YouTube. This is going to go on YouTube, but you should make your plea also on YouTube and make it compelling enough, and maybe it'll go viral. What would you like to leave our listeners with? Because we're running out of time.
Always reach a hand out to someone that you can possibly lift, and any gift that you may have can ultimately change someone's life, and that's what we try to do. The dancers and the mentors with the foundation is try to lift up these young people and give them a chance, a shot at the
life.
ultimate.
At life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. Please give us the 411 one more time on your event. And
Yes, I will. It is on June 15th, and you can find information about it at info@thedancefoundation.org. You can call for tickets. There's group tickets for $10, $10, $15, and $25 are the tickets. And you can reach us at 847-920-9121. And again, I thank you so much.
Listen, Robin, one more thing. You got to quickly, in 30 seconds, tell us the new scoop you have.
The new
scoop?
New program that we're starting?
No, 190 North?
190, yeah.
Come on.
Yes, I know.
Girlfriend, spit it out, quick.
Watch us on 190 North. They're coming out to film us tomorrow night. I will let you know the evening we are, the Sunday night we will be aired. But yes, they are filming us tomorrow night from 6 to 8:30.
You're the best. They're going to be on this Sunday night?
I don't know if we're going to be on this Sunday night. They're filming us tomorrow night.
Find out when, and then...
I will let you know.
Yeah, let me know, and I'll announce it. I'll announce it. Good luck.
Right,
Thanks for coming on the Lord Dion-Jones, and best of luck to you and your incredible girls.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And just like that, I'm thinking it's halftime, kids. So hold those thoughts, because we'll be right back in a moment with terrific talk and tips on how to prosper in this tight economy from our very special guest, Steve Holt. He's an incredible speaker and business success consultant who helps thousands of people improve their lives, businesses, and personal development through his workshops and keynote speeches. And now his appearance on the Laura Dion-Jones show today. So, hey, stay tuned. We're going to get all the info we can out of this guy. You're listening to the Laura Dion-Jones show on WRMN, 1410 AM, and would like to thank our very special sponsor.
She hasn't danced on 190 North, but I'm sure she could. It's Dr. Claire Leyes.
She sure
She's
could.
a well-known dancer. And, of course, she's also a well-known chiropractic for our area, of course, here in Elgin and West Side. 2001 Larkin Avenue. You can always call her at 847-888-9988. Dr. Claire Leyes, of course, took a look at Diva in November day in 2009, says, I can help her out. And